Good freaking morning, everybody. What's going on? I'm a little, feeling pretty good. It's 9:51. It's 9:50 a.m. on the East Coast, not on the West Coast, sorry. I feel like I'm living in New York right now. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the live stream. It's not another Iran war update stream, so that's what this is. We're gonna roll with the punches. But yeah, welcome to the show, and for first-time viewers, make sure that you guys don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It does help the channel grow in more ways than one. We're trying to become a bigger, sexier channel, as big as we can get, but yeah, the show's gotten better and better over time, and I just want to thank everybody who's been a part of the process. You guys, this show does not happen without you, and Annie says, hey, bud, how's it going? It's pretty good. How you doing, Annie? It's good to see you on the stream. We're gonna look at a Pete Hegseth update on the war in Iran. So we're gonna rock it, man. We're gonna rock it. We're gonna see what Pete Hegseth and the general guy are talking about. We're gonna pull it out from here. This was uploaded to Live Now from Fox about. It was uploaded about 4 hours ago. Let's take a look.
Well, good morning. Yesterday at Dover Air Force Base, President Trump, the chairman, and I stood in solemn silence as heroes came home. Flag-draped caskets, we honored them. We grieved with their families, and we listened.
Hey, thank you so much, Annie, for sharing the live. I really appreciate it. Anybody who wants to, if you guys can, make sure that you share the live. Make sure you share this live stream on X. In fact, you know what I should be doing? I should be doing the same thing. I am going to go on X right now. Not X, sorry. Yeah, I'm going to go on X, and I'm going to share the live stream as well, so that way people realize what is happening. It's a good thing. One moment. Give me just a few more seconds, you guys. Give me one more second, you guys, getting a couple things all squared away. Give me a few more seconds, my brony bros, my pink brony bros. We all dance at the gay club, oh my God. I'm just having fun on the stage in my hooves. I'm wearing a man thong down at the pink brony club. I'm gonna keep on fapping at the pink brony club. I'm gonna keep on crapping down in West Hollywood. I'm gonna keep on fapping at the Pink Brony Club. Pink Brony Club. Okay, so we're gonna watch a little bit of sexy Hegseth. I do like Pete Hegseth, though. I think he's pretty dope. Yeah, let's see. No, Pete Hegseth is the man, though. I actually do like him. I really do. He's pretty dope. Mother, some of my parts, or does Starfleet on my soul? All right, here we go. Let's listen to sexy Hegseth. Let's see.
What I heard through tears, through hugs, through strength, and through unbreakable resolve was the same from family after family. They said, finish this.
Yes.
Honor their sacrifice. Do not waver. Do not stop until the job is done. My response, along with that of the president, was simple. Of course, we will finish this.
Dude, get it, dude. Pete Hegseth, brother. Yeah, dude. Oh, fuck. I do hope that this ends by March 31st, though. That is my... that's the timeline I think it's going to be. I think this is going to end by the 31st. I really do. And I think a lot of people would agree with me if they thought about it, you know, as rationally as possible. But we'll see.
We will honor their sacrifice. Their sacrifice only steals our commitment. I wear this bracelet. Staff Sergeant Jorge Oliveira, he was one of my sergeants, or one of my specialists in Guantanamo Bay. He deployed later to Afghanistan, where he was killed on 19 October 2011. Killed 10 years after 9/11, 15 years ago. He was one of the 1%.
Damn, dude. Fucking damn.
The best of America. Not just a guardsman, but a law enforcement officer back home and a family man. I remember him every day, just like so many other men and women of our generation and previous generations who wear bracelets like this. Just as we will always remember those lost in this conflict. Their names are now etched into our mission and into the soul of a grateful nation. I stand here today speaking to you, the American people, not through filters, not through reporters, not through cable news spin. A dishonest and anti-Trump press will stop at nothing. We know this at this point.
Oh, yeah, the press does not like Trump, dude. The press does not like Trump, you know. And I do feel like there's been a level of slander against Trump from the mainstream media. I think that the mainstream media has slandered Trump a little too much, in my opinion. I think they make up all these fake-ass stories about him, and, dude, it pisses me off. Like, dude, Trump, I'm not going to lie, I do think that Trump is one of the greatest presidents we've ever had. I don't think he's as bad as the mainstream media. He's not the boogeyman that the mainstream media paints him out to be. He's just not. And, yeah, no, I have the utmost respect for President Trump, and I don't think he's the boogeyman that everybody thinks he is. That's what I believe. Call me naive. Call me whatever you want, but I'm a Trump fan. I just can't help it, man. Before we watch a little more Hegseth, I got to look at the silver markets real quick. Silver's down. Nice. See, I'm a silver dip buyer, so whenever the price of silver goes down, I'm there to buy it. Yeah, the market's crashed fucking hard. Not that I'm complaining or anything. I actually like it when there's when there's market volatility, man. I eat it up. I eat that shit up, bro. Let's see, VWO. Let's see. Yeah, man, my portfolio is looking fucking sexy. Cisco's doing good. That's a good company, man. I love Cisco. Yeah, I got a lot of good companies sitting in my portfolio. I'll just say that. A lot of sexy companies. Yeah, I love Hegseth too, man. I think he's great, man.
To downplay progress, amplify every cost, and call into question.
And the left, by the way, the leftist mainstream media is going to they're going to try to make Hegseth look bad. They're going to try to make Trump look bad. It's just frustrating. And, you know, you see it all the time. The mainstream media just hates Donald Trump. I mean, let's face it. I mean, if we're going to be real with ourselves, if we're going to be real with each other, the mainstream media just hates Donald Trump. I think it's because he's not a very attractive guy. You know, I think that the problem is you get more hate. If you're, like, the truth is, if you're an ugly person and you have confidence in yourself, and I'm not saying that Trump is ugly. What I'm trying to say is Trump is not conventionally attractive. Because I don't think he's ugly. I just don't think he's conventionally attractive, and that doesn't bother me. But there are some people who are so superficial that all they care about is the fact that, You know, he's not conventionally attractive, and that's the only thing they focus on. And it's so weird to me. You know, and you know what? Honestly, people, you know, the one thing that people don't like is somebody who is not conventionally attractive. They'll like him. They'll like a non-conventionally attractive person as long as they have no confidence. But here's the problem. Here's the main issue here. Because Trump does have confidence, and he's a very confident man, and he's not conventionally attractive, these Karens will do whatever it takes to slander the guy. Yeah, E.T. says, same with your haters. Look, I'm not the most attractive man in the world. I'll admit that. I mean, I'm kind of attractive, but, you know, kind of. I'm not super attractive, but I'm attractive enough. I'm lucky that I'm tall. But, yeah, I know. I just think that, you know, we're on the right path, man. We're on the right path. Give me one moment, though.
Every step. Sadly, TDS is in their DNA. They want President Trump to fail.
Oh, yeah, they do.
But you...
Absolutely, the mainstream media wants Trump to fail, and it sucks, dude, because, honestly, Trump's one of the better presidents we've had, dude. Trump is legitimately one of the best presidents we've had in a long time. And it's sad that the mainstream media wants him to fail.
The American people know better. Yes, there are reporters in front of me, but they are not our audience today. It's you, the good, decent, patriotic American people. You, the hardworking, tax-paying, God-fearing American patriots. The media here, not all of it, but much of it.
I mean, dude, Hegseth is right, man. I mean, the mainstream media just wants nothing more than to see Trump's demise. I mean, that's what the mainstream media is built for. I'm not a fan of the mainstream media at all. I think the mainstream media, here's the problem. Trump is technically an outsider because he spoke out against the establishment. We should actually like Trump. And the reason I say that we should all like Trump is because he may not be one of us as far as it goes when it comes, because he's a billionaire. We're not, obviously. But I think we should like Trump in the sense that there is one thing that he is not, and he is not establishment. That's the one thing I will say about Trump that I highly respect, is that he's not an establishment kind of guy. He's not establishment. In fact, if anything, he's a total stud, dude. I mean, like, I don't know. I like Trump a lot. I don't think he's the boogeyman. The left, dude, honestly, I think the left, when they go to bed at night, they look under their bed to try to see if Donald Trump's under there because they're afraid. They're that afraid of Donald Trump, man. It's crazy. Thank you so much for Osama bin Laden. Thank you so much for subscribing.
Osama bin Laden says, "Sub brother."
Thank you so much, Osama bin Laden, for subbing to the channel. I appreciate you, my brony bro. That's a fucking hilarious name, by the way. So Annie just read. Let's see what Annie read.
01200 says, I just read Japan and European allies are ready to help reopen the Strait of Hormuz.
Finally, we have some allies that are ready to help open the Strait of Hormuz. That needs to happen, man. That needed to happen a while ago. CJ is saying, so grateful for men like Hegseth. Like I'm just going to...
J. Brogdon 2 says, so grateful for men like Hegseth. I like Trump because he's about taking care of business and America is big business.
Oh, absolutely. And here's the thing. Trump is America first, which is one of the reasons why a lot of people like him. We feel like a lot of presidents have put America last in a lot of equations. And look, in this instance...
Thank you for subscribing to the Michael Garza Show. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner.
Thank you. Hey, let's give a shout-out to CJ Brogdon, number 2. For subscribing to the channel. In fact, you know what? I'm going to put your name back up on the board. Thank you for subscribing, man.
Thank you for subscribing to the Michael Garza Show. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner.
That's the sound of my cheeks clapping, by the way. No, I'm a big Hegseth fan, though, dude. I do like Pete Hegseth quite a bit. I don't know why the guy's so unpopular with certain people, but no, I'm a big Hegseth fan, dude. I think he's a stud.
Wants you to think, just 19 days into this conflict, that we're somehow spinning toward an endless abyss or a forever war.
Yeah, that's the thing. Everybody keeps saying this is going to be a forever war and things are going to be terrible, 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 terrible. It's like, I'm not seeing that, dude. I'm just not seeing that.
A quagmire. Nothing could be further from the truth.
I think the war's pretty much done. I mean, dude, the Iranian military's screwed. I mean, dude, the Iranian military is totally fucked. They are totally screwed, man. I mean, like, there is nothing keeping the Iranian military afloat. Absolutely nothing. And I think if more people were honest about this whole war in Iran, they would see what I see. They would be seeing exactly what I see, man. Let's see here.
Self-discipline do 3HS says. Thank you all. Thanks President Trump. God bless the USA. I'm Iranian.
Trump's the man, dude.
Bayunglian says. Thoughts on Joe Kent?
So Joe Kent, man, I don't know. I'm actually surprised he did such a 180 on all this. I am shocked he did such a 180 on this.
Boston says. Another thing would be taking the licenses from old people. They drive so recklessly and have some difficulty to deal with.
Oh, absolutely, dude. Honestly, so I live in a retirement community, basically. I wouldn't say a total retirement community, but let's just say I live in Coos County. And in Coos County, there are so many fucking old people on the road that don't know how to drive or don't know what they're doing. I mean, I'm lucky because I'm a pretty good driver and I drive a smaller car, so I can get out of danger anytime I need to. I think that the most dangerous people on the road are not teenagers on texting and driving, which I would say that majority of the time they are. I think it's an old person. I think old people just, honestly, once you get to a certain age, man, I don't think you should be driving yourself. Like, I think once you're like, I mean, unless you can show that you're like fully capable of still driving somehow, fine. But I think that you're a danger to fucking society and to everybody on the road if you're really old and you don't know what the fuck is going on. Like, I really do. I think that that's just scary. Hey, but hey, we're at 9,020 subscribers. We're trying to reach 9,100 before the end of the stream. We're currently sitting pretty at 9,020 subscribers. We're trying to get to 9,100 before the end of the stream. So you guys don't forget to tap the subscribe button. It does help the channel grow. Just tap it in the right-hand corner. Let's go, man. If you guys love Pete Hegseth as much as I do, please tap the subscribe button. If you guys want J.D. Vance to be the president in 2028, well, along with Marco Rubio, tap the subscribe button, or vice versa. If you want Marco Rubio to be president and J.D. Vance to be the vice president, please subscribe to the channel, dude. We are a pro-Trump channel. We're a pro-MAGA channel, so please subscribe if you can. We're tired of the left. We're tired of the Democrat agenda. We think the Democrats have run their course. We're tired of the Democrats. We have Democrat fatigue, without a doubt. Anyway.
Hear it from me.
So Yamaha is asking if I'm selling anything. I'm not selling anything. I just want people to subscribe to the channel if they can. It does help the channel grow. Nobody has to buy anything. The only thing I sell, the only thing I really sell on this channel is a membership. I mean, a member at 99 cents per month. When you subscribe, subscribing is free, but becoming a member costs like at the bare minimum, 99 cents a month. I'm gonna start making more exclusive content for everybody, just as a heads up. So be aware, you guys are gonna start seeing some more, maybe not exclusive content, but early access to content. I'm gonna be releasing pre-recorded videos that I think I'm gonna release a week before, like, to the members first, and then it will be released to the public a week later, or maybe like 3 days later, something like that. I haven't decided on the time frame.
One of hundreds of thousands who fought in Iraq and Afghanistan, who watched previous foolish politicians like Bush, Obama and Biden squander American credibility. This is not those wars. President Trump knows better. Epic Fury is different. It's laser focused. It's decisive. Our objectives,
honestly, in my opinion, Operation Epic Fury has been a huge success. And you know what? People can laugh at me and say I'm a crazy person, but Operation Epic Fury, in my mind, has been a huge success. And to anybody who says it hasn't been, I mean, I think you're out of your mind. But yeah, I think Epic Fury has been a huge success. But make sure you guys, if you guys can, tap the like button, tap the subscribe button. Tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It does help the channel grow in a lot of ways. So anything you guys could do, I just appreciate you guys. I don't know. I appreciate you guys, though. But yeah, I can't believe it. We're at 9,021 subscribers, man. We're slowly climbing to 10,000. We're almost at, well, I wouldn't say slowly. We're quickly climbing to 10,000 subscribers. But we're trying to get to 9,100 subs by the end of the stream. Once again, we're trying to get to 9,100 subscribers by the end of the stream. We're only 79 subs away, so don't forget to subscribe. Let's keep going, man. Let's admire the greatness of Hegseth.
Directly from our America First president remain exactly what they were on day one. These are not the media's objectives, not Iran's objectives, not new objectives, our objectives. Unchanged, on target, and on plan.
Fucking stud, dude. Total fucking stud. That's all I gotta say, dude.
Destroy missiles, launchers, and Iran's defense industrial base.
ETRN7CH says, I appreciate you appreciating all the appreciators.
Hey, I love you, ET, man. You're the GOAT. You're one of the GOATs. We got many GOATs on this channel.
Iran never gets a nuclear weapon. Our objectives from day one. To the patriotic members of the press, nobody can deliver perfection in wartime. This building...
Whoa, Osama bin Laden, what are you talking about? I'm not ignoring... Well, I am kind of ignoring the chat. No hate here, but good luck with that. Well, I mean, let's see. Hoarding, yeah, I mean, we've definitely
Hoarding
had
military
like...
says,
Hold on.
You're up like 1,500 subs in the last month.
Technically, I'm up like about 800 in the last month, but that's okay. I mean, I got pretty... There was one month where, actually, it's funny, there was one month where I got like, where this channel got like 1,500 new subs, which was crazy, by the way. Yeah, we just keep getting more and more subscribers every day. The more lives we do, the more short videos we do. You know, we try to react and try to do some commentary on the news and stuff like that. But this is amazing, man. I love it.
Knows that more than anyone. But report the reality. We're winning decisively and on our terms. Iran is a vast country, and just like Hamas and their tunnels, they've poured any aid, any economic development, humanitarian aid into tunnels and rockets. That's what they did with Hamas. Iran has funneled decades of state resources, not to their people, but into missiles and drones and proxies and buried facilities. But we are hunting them down methodically.
Stud.
Ruthless.
Stud, dude. Pete Hegseth is the man, dude. Dude, honestly, I can't wait to see the Iranian government topple. Because the Iranian government's been so terrible to its own people that I just kind of, I think that the Iranian government is getting exactly what it deserves. I don't know, man. It looks like we are winning on our... But here's the thing, Osama bin Laden, it looks like we are actually winning on our terms.
Osama bin Laden says, we're winning on our terms, says the fool in history. Oh Horatio, what a fool.
Nah, I think we're winning on our terms, man. And there's nothing wrong with doing that. I don't understand what the problem would be even with trying to win on our own terms. Why would we try to divert from that? You know what I mean? I just don't understand. I could walk and I could talk. Oh man, all of Yamaha Bike Strokes messages got retracted. Holy shit. I think YouTube might have banned him because he was saying some pretty racy stuff in the chat. Hey, we're at 9,022 subscribers, everybody. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button. Anytime we get a new subscriber, I make sure that I mention to people that they need to subscribe. And if you guys do end up subscribing to the channel, make sure that you go to the chat and let me know that you subscribed, okay? So that way I can give you a shout out for subscribing and all that stuff. I want to give shout outs to everybody who subscribes, man.
And overwhelmingly, like no other military in the world can do, and the results speak for themselves. To date, we've struck over 7,000 targets across Iran and its military infrastructure. That is not incremental. That is overwhelming force applied with precision. And again, today will be the largest strike package yet, just like yesterday was. As I've said from day one, our capabilities continue to build.
Pete Hegseth had me a
Iran's
package.
Continue to degrade. We're hunting and striking death and destruction from above. Iran's air defenses flattened. Iran's defense industrial base, the factories, the production lines that feed their missile and drone programs, being overwhelmingly destroyed. We've hit hundreds of their defense industrial bases directly. Their ability to manufacture.
I mean, dude, Pete Hegseth is describing just how much we have crippled the Iranian military and their government overall. And their ability to even produce, even like enrich uranium, it sounds like. Damn, dude. Frog Eat Frog is in the house. What up, Frog Eat Frog?
Frog Eat Frog says. Garza. Hoarding military assess. Well, you can't win a war on someone else's terms. So wouldn't it just be winning?
Yeah, I mean, you have to win on your terms. You have to make them play. You have to make Iran play on your level. Or at least, I should say, you just have to dominate, really, at the end of the day.
Frog Eat Frog says. Almost thought you were going for a sink break.
I just might, Frog Eat Frog. I just might, bro. I just might.
Manufacture new ballistic missiles has probably taken the hardest hit of all. Ballistic missile attacks against our forces down 90% since the start of the conflict. Same with one-way attack UAVs. Think kamikaze drones, down 90%. Now, the Iranians will still shoot, we know that, but they would shoot a lot more if they could, but they can't. The last job anyone in the world wants right now? Senior leader for the IRGC. Or
hey, you know what? I think Frog Eat Frog might want to be. Frog Eat Frog, do you want to be the leader of the IRGC or whatever the fuck that acronym was? I nominate Frog Eat Frog to be the leader of the IRGC or whatever the fuck that acronym he just said was for whatever Iran branch of whatever the fuck.
Or besiege. Temp jobs. All of them. And to borrow a page from Admiral Ernest King in
Love you, Frog Eat Frog. You're the man, dude. Just a shout out to everybody. Frog Eat Frog is the GOAT. He's a sexy stud. Let's keep it going.
World War II, we've decided to share the ocean with Iran. We've given them the bottom half. We've damaged or sunk over 120 of their Navy ships, with battle damage assessments pending for many more. See, oftentimes we have to wait a few days on battle damage assessment to get the real number. Their surface fleet is no longer a factor. Their submarines, they once had 11, are gone. Their military ports are crippled. Iran has terrorized the United States.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, dude.
Dems for Israel says. Being Iran leader is a temp job LMAO.
It absolutely is a temporary job, bro. Frog Eat Frog says, nah, I want to be called Supreme Amphibious Overlord. Oh, God. Oh, man. It's too funny, bro. That is too funny.
And our interests for 47 years. Their core industries, not steel or agriculture or tourism. Their core industries are state-sponsored terrorism, proxy.
Exactly. And this is something that I've been harping on the entire time. I probably repeated it far too many times. But Iran is the number one state sponsor in terrorism. Straight up. So, to anybody who's been supporting Iran or anybody who wants to support Iran, I think you're out of your mind. I really do think that you're out of your fucking mind if you're supporting Iran. Especially if you live in the United States. Why would you support one of the worst governments? The Iranian government is one of the worst governments of all time. They kill their own citizens for protesting. They killed them in like the tens of thousands. Like probably, I think the official number might have been even all the way up to 30,000. I can't even remember, but it's insane. That's a lot of people just for protesting the government. You know, it's so funny. People don't realize how lucky they are to live in America because when you protest the current government, you know what happens to you? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. You know what happens? You can go out on the streets. You can make a sign. You can make a social media post saying that you hate Donald Trump. You have that freedom here in America. The Iranian citizens do not have that freedom under the dictatorial regime in Iran. So, yeah. So you guys can suck it, all right? Just suck it, all right? Well, I don't need to say it like that, but whatever.
Militias, underground networks, ballistic missiles, and a violent, messianic, Islamist ideology chasing.
Thank you for
some
subscribing
sort of
to the Michael
apocalyptic
Garza Show.
endgame.
Don't forget to tap the
A
subscribe
regime
button
like
in
that,
the upper right-hand corner.
refusing to abandon its nuclear ambitions is not just a regional problem.
Let's give a shout out. We just got another subscriber, by the way. We're at 9,025 subs. Let's give a shout out to Opa Jeppy Stein. Stain. I don't know. I can't pronounce shit.
Thank you for subscribing to the Michael Garza Show. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner.
Hey, thank you for subscribing, though. I appreciate it. I'm actually going to record a new soundbite. It's going to be called Small Wiener Gang. Let me record the sound real quick. Sound recorder. Give me one moment, you guys. I'm going to record a brand new Small Wiener Gang. Small Wiener Gang. Let me try it again. Oh. Let me see how that sounded. Small Wiener Gang. Let me try that again. Small Wiener Gang. Small Wiener Gang. Small Wiener Gang. Let me try that one more time. Small Wiener Gang. I want to actually clip it from that fucking fake Darman video. Let me try one more time. Small Wiener Gang. Small Wiener Gang. Wiener. I got to say Small Wiener Gang. I got to pronounce the wiener. Small Wiener Gang. Small Wiener Gang. Let me try one more time. Small Wiener Gang. Small Wiener Gang. Hold on, let me see. Small Wiener Gang. Small Wiener Gang. Small Wiener Gang. Hold on. Small Wiener Gang. Small Wiener Gang. Hold on, let's listen to that again. Small Wiener Gang. Okay, that sounds good. Okay, we'll go with that one. That's going to be the new soundbite for anybody who gives a who subscribes or gives a super chat. Small Wiener Gang, dude. Oh my god. Dude, honestly, that fake ass Darman shit, tomorrow's teachings. Tomorrow's teachings might be the greatest thing I've ever listened to in my life. I was instantly inspired by everything. Unreal. Alerts and widgets. Hold on. Give me 1 second, you guys. I got to remember how to do some shit on here. Settings. Would it be in settings? No, it would be in editor. No, actually, I don't know where it would be. Let's see. Would it be in recordings? Probably. This is hilarious, man. Holy shit. Widgets. That's right. Is it in widgets? No, it's not in widgets. Alert box settings. Hold on, you guys. I'm trying to figure out how to edit some shit. How do I do this? Can I do this? Oh, okay. I think I did it. Hold on. Oh, I think I figured it out. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, how do I... Audio URL. No, I just want to upload it. How do I upload shit? Oh, my God. Upload. Here we go. Uploads. Okay, now where the fuck do I go for my audio recordings? Music? Would it be in music? Would it be in gallery? Fuck, I don't know. Oh my God. Show and folder. Here we go. I could always just drag and drop it. Yeah, show and folder. Is this it? Small Wiener Gang. This is it. Small Wiener Gang. Let's try this one. Small Wiener Gang. Yeah, let's go with that one. I like that one. That one has more pizzazz. Small Wiener Gang. Oh my God, I love it. Yeah, okay, so I think that's the recording we want. So we'll select that, we'll submit it. And save settings. I think that'll actually save it. Okay, cool. And then for for people becoming members, we'll keep the Chris Hansen laugh out loud. Oh, maybe for super chats we might change. Yeah, we'll keep it as it is. We'll keep it as it is. It's not bad. Let me do a test run here real quick. Small Wiener Gang. Do you guys want to be part of the Small Wiener Gang, everybody? Okay, so I'm going to do a shout out to everybody who's subscribed. So, Small Wiener Gang. Oh my God, yes. So I'm going to give a shout out to everybody who's subscribed. Let's, not everybody, but some of the people who have subscribed over the last, 3 days. So let's give a shout out. Small Wiener Gang. There we go, dude. Small Wiener Gang. That is priceless, dude. That is so fucking priceless, man. I love it. So everybody, whoever wants to subscribe, man. Small Wiener Gang. Every time, dude. I love this, dude. Every time I hear it, I feel much better about my life. Holy shit, dude. Small Wiener Gang. And this is a shout out to everybody I'm just putting people's names up on the board who've subscribed. I just want to say how much I appreciate you guys. This is not everybody who subscribed, but it's just some people who subscribed over the last 3 days. Small Wiener Gang. Thank you guys for subscribing, though, man. Hey, we're at 9,026 subscribers, by the way. Small Wiener Gang. Every time I hear Small Wiener Gang. Small Wiener Gang. Oh, man, that might be the greatest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. Holy shit. Makes me so happy. Small Wiener Gang. Small wiener gang. Hold on. Shit. Small wiener gang. Small wiener gang. Hold on, you guys. Hold on. Did we get another sub? But yeah, I want to thank you, everybody, for subscribing to the channel. Thank you guys so much. Small wiener gang, everybody. You guys are officially a part of the small wiener gang.
It's a direct threat to America, to freedom, and to civilization. The world, the Middle East, our ungrateful allies in Europe, even segments of our own press should be saying one thing to President Trump. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for the courage to stop this terror state from holding the world hostage with missiles while building or attempting to build a nuclear bomb. Thank you for doing the work of...
Dude, ungrateful European countries are pissing me off, dude. We're actually saving the Middle East from... Look, a powerful Iran is a bad Iran. I mean, let's call a spade a spade. A powerful Iran is a dangerous Iran. Why is that so hard for some of these leftists to admit? We don't want a powerful Iran. Why would you want Iran to be powerful in any way, shape, or form? That makes zero sense to me. Like, seriously. Like, why? I don't get it. I don't get it, bro. I just don't get it, man. I just don't understand. Why would you want a powerful Iran? It makes no sense to me. There ain't no sense in love. Yeah. Ooh, I got to figure out a chess move. My moves. Oh, yeah. I got them moves like Jagger. Okay, man, we're kicking ass, dude. We're kicking more ass than Darman, dude. Dude, we're becoming... Is the Michael Garza show becoming the new Darman? Am I the next Darman? Small Wiener Gang. I want to hear Small Wiener Gang one more time. I'm going to put that up on the board. Small Wiener Gang. Fuck yeah, dude. Let's hear it one more time. One more time. Small Wiener Gang. God, that sounds so fucking good, dude. Let me hear it one more time. One more time. Come on. Small Wiener Gang. So good.
the free world. Yesterday's ceremony reminded us why we fight. Not for nation building or democracy promotion, but to crush direct threats to America, Americans, and our interests. We fight to win, and we are winning on our terms, following our objectives. My 13-year-old son popped into my office last night while I was editing these remarks. He asked about the war and the families I met at Dover. And I looked at him and I said, they died for you, son, so that your generation doesn't have to deal with a nuclear Iran.
Yeah, And first off, by the way, I don't think people realize that Iran was trying very, very hard to build a nuclear weapon. They were enriching uranium at a high level. And also another fun fact that people need to realize, these nuclear plants, by the way, were being like built under a mountain. Why were they doing that? It sounds like they were trying to hide their nuclear activity. So, I don't know. It's everything Iran does is sus. Some people say, oh, Iran's misunderstood. No, the government of Iran is sus, as the kids would say, sus AF. And it's cringy for me to even say those goddamn words. The word sus. I feel sus when I say the word sus. Okay? God damn.
It's the truth. And they did. So to the families who said, finish this, we will. And I say the same to every American who wants peace through strength. May Almighty God continue to bless our troops in this fight.
Give me one moment, you guys. That's crazy, man. I'm just sorry. Just looking at some messages, looking at some wild, random stuff here. Okay, dude. So let's take a look at some of the chats real quick.
Charles Platt 3727 says, Iran is 2.0 Iraq.
Nope, no, it's not. How the hell is Iran? Dude, by the way, this has been so much faster. By the way, Operation Epic Fury has been so much faster than the Iraq War. We have dismantled. We sunk their entire fucking navy. We have dismantled the majority of their overall military. We've dismantled the majority of their weapons. How the hell is this Iraq? How the hell is Iran Iraq 2.0? How the hell is this Iraq 2.0? Tell me. This has been a lot faster. In fact, it's going to end a lot faster because Pete Hegseth has said they don't want a forever war. Donald Trump has said he doesn't want a forever war. And he says that this war should be over very soon. And I really do believe that this war is going to end by March 31st. That is my prediction. I'm probably going to be wrong. It's probably going to be around March 31st. But dude, this has gone. I wouldn't say smoothly. It's no war is smooth, but this has been a lot faster than anticipated, though. So, good job, dude. Pete Hegseth is not. I don't think Pete Hegseth is bullshitting anybody. He's just a confident man, and you know we live in a society where people just hate confidence. We live in a society where anybody sees somebody who's confident, and they just want to drop them down. No, there's nothing wrong with being confident, by the way. I firmly support what Pete Hegseth is doing. I think he understands what's going on. I think Donald Trump understands what's going on as well, so whatever.
And again, to the American people, please pray for them. Every day, on bended knee, with your family, in your schools, in your churches, in the name of Jesus Christ. To the troops, keep going. And Godspeed. Over to you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, and thank you all for being here. I also had the honor yesterday, as the Secretary said, of traveling up to Dover with the President to welcome home our 6 fallen. It was an honor and a privilege for me to be there and to say thank you to their families, and I want to mention their names this morning. From the 6th Aerial Refueling Wing out of MacDill Air Force Base, Florida, but stationed as part of an active associate unit at Birmingham, Alabama, Major Alex Klenner, John Alex Klenner, Major Ariana Savino, she was posthumously promoted from captain to major, and Technical Sergeant Ashley Pruitt, the boom operator on that crew. From the 121st Aerial Refueling Ring, Ohio Air National Guard out of Rickenbacker Air National Guard Base in Columbus, Ohio, Captain Seth Koval, Captain Curtis Anks, and now Master Sergeant Tyler Simmons, who was also promoted in the boom operator on that crew. To a person and every family member I spoke with yesterday, they all shared that their family members loved serving, they loved being part of a great team and a crew, and they loved airplanes and aviation. Our nation's tanker crews really are unsung heroes, incredible warriors who put their lives on the line so we can continue to take the fight to an enemy. I've personally witnessed their courage and tenacity many times, from the morning of September 11th, where they answered my call for some help, to the skies over foreign countries where they've come forward out of their safe tank.
So wait a minute, what are you saying here? Hold on.
Trade Ladder 146 says, Operation Epic Failure.
Really? Really? Why do you think it's an epic failure? We sunk the entire Iranian Navy. We've crippled their majority of their military. Why is this Operation Epic Failure? This is Operation Epic Fury, dude. We crippled the Iranian military, and we have destroyed pretty much the majority of their leadership. Honestly, it sounds like an epic success. If you ask me, this sounds like an epic success.
Anchor track to give me gas when I simply could not leave a ground force that was engaged in a firefight. They've answered the call and come forward.
Hey, thank you guys for tapping the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. We've got such an influx of subscribers. We're at 9,028 subs. Once again, we're at 9,028 subscribers. If you guys can, help us try to get to 9,100 subs by the end of the stream. We're getting close, man, but we're at 9,028 subscribers. Let's keep the ball rolling, man.
Time and time and time again. I'm filled with incredible pride and gratitude for all that the tanker crews do, our pilots, our boom operators, and the maintainers. And to the families of our 6...
Oh, shit, we just got 2 more subscribers. Thank you, guys. But honestly, this war update, man, has been crazy. It's interesting to hear from Pete Hegseth. It's interesting to hear from this, I think he's a general, General Dan Kane, talking about the, I mean, honestly, they've mentioned, there hasn't been a lot of failure in this mission. I just want to say that right now. There has not been a lot of failure in this mission. Sure, there's always going to be levels of mistakes made, some failures, but honestly, this has been executed with the purest of precision. This has been executed with the purest of precision. So I'm thankful for Donald Trump, man. I'm thankful for him, man.
Fallen. Know that we share your grief. Our nation will never forget their sacrifice, and we will never forget their names. Our entire joint force mourns.
No, honestly, let's do a moment of silence, man, to the service members who have been lost in this, though. Like, by the way, I'm not trying to encourage this war, but I understand why this war is necessary, and it sounds like the majority of the military understands why this war is necessary. So I'm going to side with the military on this one. I get that they understand why this is necessary. So, moment of silence, though, for those who have fallen. Let's give them a second. And they believed in America, man. They believe it. Not only do they believe in America, they believed in America. So, I don't know, man. This is crazy.
With you today, and we'll continue to remember their incredible gift of a great example for all of us. Now let me turn to an operations update. U.S. CENTCOM remains on plan to achieve our military objectives and remain unrelenting in our pursuit of Iranian missile capabilities, UAV capabilities, and their Navy, and as the Secretary said, their industrial base. Each day we continue to attack deeper into Iranian territory. As reported by U.S. Central Command yesterday, the U.S. military dropped 5,000-pound penetrator weapons into underground storage facilities, storing coastal defense cruise missiles and other support equipment. These weapons are bespokely designed to get through concrete and/or rocks and function after penetrating those barriers. We continue to hunt and kill mine storage facilities and naval ammunition depots. We continue to hunt and kill afloat assets, including more than 120 vessels and 44 mine layers, and the pressure will continue. We're flying further to the east now and penetrating deeper into Iranian airspace to hunt and kill one-way attack garrisons, destroying Iran's ability to project power outside of its borders. The A-10 Warthog is now in the fight across the southern flank and is hunting and killing fast attack watercraft in the Straits of Hormuz.
Holy crap, man. Holy crap. It's getting serious, bro.
In addition, AH-64 Apaches have joined the fight on the southern flank, and they continue to work.
Dude, I think they're going to secure the Strait of Hormuz here really soon. Let's take a look and see what the markets are saying, because the markets say a lot. If everybody's panic selling, if institutional investors are panic selling, it is a sign that we're not on the right track, potentially. The market is not always right. Also, sometimes the market gets extremely panicky. So that is something that people need to consider. Silver is, interestingly enough, it seems like silver's on the way back up. That's good. I'm a huge silver investor, by the way, to anybody who doesn't know. I'm in love with silver. I'm a silver boy, dude. I love silver. It gets me going, dude. Silver gets me going, dude. It kind of gets me a little, frisky. But hey, thank you guys for subscribing to the channel, though. The more subscribers we get, the better. Tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. If you guys think that the Strait of Hormuz is going to be secured here very shortly, probably by the end of the week, tap the subscribe button. If you guys think that Pete Hegseth is the man, please subscribe to the channel. If you guys love Donald Trump as much as I do, please subscribe. If you guys love J.D. Vance and think he should be the president of the United States in 2028, booyah, please subscribe to the channel.
On the southern side, and that includes some of our allies who are using Apaches to handle one-way attack drones. In Iraq, AH-64s have been striking against Iranian-aligned militia groups to make sure that we suppress any threat in Iraq against U.S. forces or...
Hold on. Real quick.
904 Pinball Zine says, silver is necessary for everything.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Silver is absolutely necessary for just about everything, and I agree with that wholeheartedly because silver, when the price of silver goes down, man, I am slowly buying that dip, and I'll tell you why I'm buying that dip, because silver has real-world value. It has real-world utility. Like, take away, this is the thing that everybody gets wrong. Everybody tries to look at the market price of things, when in all reality, they don't need to look at the market price. They need to look at what they're investing into as a pure product. When I look at silver, I don't see the market price. Obviously, I know the market price exists, but I'm more interested in why is silver valuable? Why does it have utility? What is silver's utility? And once I write down all the reasons why it's valuable, suddenly it all starts to make a lot of sense. I'll give you an example. When I look at Bitcoin as a pure product. I don't look at the market value of Bitcoin. I look at Bitcoin for what it is. It's a string of data on a decentralized network, public ledger. At the end of the day, you don't really own anything. all you own is a string of data that's completely worthless. And everybody's like, but it can instantly transfer. Not necessarily. The transfer times for Bitcoin are total shit. And even if let's just say the Bitcoin network was quick in the transaction process, the only reason it would even be quick is because you're just transmitting strings of data. Strings of data can, honestly, in my opinion, should never be used as a monetary source. So Bitcoin is more of a digital collectible. Bitcoin is a digital collectible. So yeah, Bitcoin's really at the end of the day just a digital collectible. It's nothing valuable. There's nothing remotely valuable about Bitcoin. Bitcoin's total trash anyway. But silver makes sense as an investment. I think most people realize that silver makes absolute total sense as an investment. Now, I wouldn't say granted, I think silver, in my opinion, is a better savings account than the dollar. But at the same time, when it comes to products that are really easy to swing trading a silver ETF might be the easiest way to make money in the world, in my opinion. Honestly. Silver is the easiest thing to swing trade when it comes to, people don't realize that you can swing trade the price of silver through a silver spot ETF that holds physical silver, like the SLV. The SLV actually is backed by actual bars of silver. And this is what people don't seem to realize. If they did realize this, they'd be like, oh shit. But they don't. Physical bars of silver, my man. Straight up, dude. Hey, thank you guys for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate it, man. We got tons of gifts, tons of subscribers. Give me one moment. I'm actually going to do something kind of clever. Might change the channel forever. Small Wiener Gang. Whoa, dude. Small Wiener Gang. Dude, thank you, Blaze Hunter, for becoming a subscriber. Once again, everybody give a shout out to Blaze Hunter for becoming a subscriber. In fact, you know what I'm going to do, Blaze Hunter? I'm going to put your name back up on the board. Small Wiener Gang. There we go. Okay. So 904 Pinball Zine says, I don't trust... Oh, it's just...
904 Pinball Zine says, I don't trust SLV having physical near as much as they report or PSLV.
Why don't you trust it? First off, why wouldn't you trust SLV? They actually have to have accurate reporting of all their physical assets. Every fund that exists has to have an accurate count of all the assets that they hold in their fund. For example, SLV, by the way, is done by iShares, which is very reputable. iShares is extremely reputable. It would not be in their favor. It would not be in iShares' favor to misrepresent the amount of physical silver that they have in their fund. In fact, the amount of physical silver that they have in their fund, if I'm right, let me take a look, is... How much do they have? So 904 Pinball Zion says, you must trust the comics too. Look, honestly, I understand... By the way, Pinball Zion, I understand that the silver markets are highly manipulated. I understand that. I understand the silver markets are manipulated. But honestly, whenever the price of silver dips, I'm there to buy it.
I'm there to buy it because you know what always seems to happen when silver dips rapidly? It tends to go back up. I'm not saying it's a guarantee it'll go back up. It's not financial advice. I just love buying silver on the dip. By the way, we're at 9,035 subscribers, you guys. We're at 9,035 subs. Hey, everybody, let's give a shout out to the Small Wiener Gang. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to put some more names on the board of some people who subscribe to the channel. Who else is subscribed? Let's see. We got, Jay Hun. Small Wiener Gang. These are just some of the people. Zine. Okay, Zine. I said Zine. Like magazine. Okay, Zine. Pinball Zine. Sorry, my bad. Hot Cup of Brew just
Small
subbed.
Wiener Gang.
Hey, thank you so much. Let's give a shout out to Hot Cup of Brew for subbing. Let's go.
Hot Cup of Brew says, just sub.
Thank you for subscribing, Hot Cup of Brew. Appreciate you, bro.
Small Wiener Gang.
Hey, but thank you guys for joining the Small Wiener Gang, man. I appreciate you. When you're a subscriber, man, you're part of the Small Wiener Gang.
U.S. interests. And we remain focused on pursuit of any platform that Iran could field to harm Americans or our partners. Last Friday, Admiral Cooper and the CENTCOM team conducted precision strikes against more than 90 targets on Karg Island, which included all of their military-only infrastructure, which included air defenses, naval base, mine storage, and deployment facilities. And as the Secretary mentioned, we continue to strike against Iran's defense industrial base and will continue to do so. Today, I want to continue my theme of talking about members of our incredible joint force. Today, I want to talk about some exceptional airmen who are engaged in the fight daily. United States Air Force, Air Force Reserve, and Air National Guard crews within our bomber force. The B-1s, B-2s, and B-52s, and the airmen on the ground who maintain and load these weapon systems. They are the backbone of America's long-range strike capability, and their contributions to Epic Fury have been decisive. Assigned to STRATCOM under Admiral Rich Correll and supported by TRANSCOM, the tanker force that we've talked about, under the command of General Randall Reed, every mission is designed to achieve overwhelming outcomes on behalf of the United States and our allies. Last weekend, I had the chance to go out and see some of our deployed bomber forces.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Annie01200 says, if you want to be part of the Small Wiener Gang, make sure to hit that subscribe button.
Yep, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, man. We love you guys. Subscribe, man.
Real Garza says, like, subscribe, gift.
Let's go, dude.
The B-1 and B-52 crews, and I had a chance to sit down with some young aviators and maintainers and ask them, how do you feel? Tell me about your typical day. And these are crews comprised of between 2 and 5 airmen, 2 on the B-2s, 5 on the B-52s, and 4 in the B-1s out there. Some of these Americans are in their early or mid-20s, and we give them the gift of this incredible responsibility. Hundreds of thousands of pounds of aircraft, and they take off and...
Dude, that's a lot, man.
Go do our work as required. Their mission actually begins the day prior when they're given a target or a bunch of targets, and they begin to study those targets, look at what are the effects required, what are the weapons required to get there, how will we program these weapons, what is the weather, what is the tanker flow. It's an incredibly complex problem that we give each and every one of these crews, and they work it over the period of 24 hours prior, get some rest, and then step out the door to go fly. The last thing they do is they check all of their equipment, their oxygen mask, survival gear, load pistols, and get ready to go. They crank.
Dude, heck yeah, man. Dude, these people sound like badasses, dude. Badass. I mean, these airmen, these people in the military sound pretty cool. They sound like they're good at what they do, but they also they love America. That's all there is to it, man. They just love America. And they don't want Iran to have a nuclear weapon. They don't want Iran to make any... Iran has been the #1 state sponsor of terrorism in the Middle East for a long time. So we should be against them. We should absolutely be against Iran, at least the Iranian government, not the people. The people really do want to see a change of the guard. And it's good to see. It's good to see that happening, you know? So I'm for the Iranian people. I'm not for the Iranian government. I think the entire Iranian government needs to be toppled completely. I know people say that's crazy, but I don't really give a shit. I don't give a shit. But make sure you guys tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It does help the channel grow. The more subscribers we get, the better. It does help in so many ways. I do want to thank you guys for being part of the show, and join the Small Wiener Gang, man.
The jets about an hour prior to takeoff and then launch into the daylight, doing their pre-flight checks, and as the kids say, lock in and prepare to go to war, sometimes on a long and stressful journey. During the flight, they're surrounded by technology and capabilities, and they'll do multiple aerial refueling efforts across tankers on the way to the AOR, area of responsibility, either coming from the States or coming from a forward deployed basing. And I will tell you, as a fighter pilot, getting gas is a lot easier in an F-16 than it is in a B-1, B-2, or a B-52, where you are handling this airplane. It is a physical thing, unlike a fighter that's a lot easier. And they stay on that boom for sometimes up to 30 minutes, taking hundreds of thousands of pounds of gas. It is a physical, demanding thing to take gas, and they do it multiple times on the way there, and they do it multiple times on the way home.
Studs. Absolute studs, man.
As they enter the operating area, they bring the entirety of America's joint force together to go do the things that we've tasked them to do, to put bombs on time, on target, with the proper effects.
Yep.
And I know they're feeling a range of emotions, but the thing the American people should take away from it is they're filled with a focus that is incredibly impressive. And they have fear, of course, but their bigger fear is, dear God, please don't let me screw this up. The warrior's prayer that we all have in our souls. In the days of...
I mean, yeah, of course, anybody who would be doing this stuff would have some level of fear. Absolutely. But these people are courageous, man. I mean, these people in the service, man, they're just courageous as hell. Fucking wild, man. Courageous. No, I love it, man. I love it.
Epic Fury, they were shooting, as we've talked about in this room, a lot of standoff weapons. Now we've switched and rolled, as I mentioned last week, to stand-in weapons. And behind each and every one of them are incredible maintainers and weapons builders who go out there and make sure these aircraft and their weapon systems are ready to go. These airplanes are so big that they're not in hangars. They're out in the cold, out in the snow, out in the rain. The bombs are being built outside for protection and to make sure that it's safe, and they do it 24/7, 365. It's not comfortable work, but when you go spend just a minute with these incredibly young Americans who are so motivated, you cannot come away from that exchange not being hopeful for America's future. It is simply awesome. And we hand these Americans, young Americans, incredible and weighty responsibility, and they deliver every single time. Quietly, with professionalism and humility, doing the things that we ask them to do. In conclusion, we will continue major combat operations. As the Secretary said, we continue to get busier. I know the Secretary and I share that we're incredibly proud of 2.8 million members of our joint force. I am personally, and we are personally grateful for the tenacity and professionalism of the brave men and women who serve inside STRATCOM, CENTCOM, SPACECOM, CYBERCOM, TRANSCOM, and the rest of the joint force. And I'll close where I started. I ask today that we remember those 6 fallen that came home. They represent the best of our nation. For those families that are feeling the pain, know that we are with you and will remain with you. May we always prove worthy of their sacrifice. And I'll turn it back over to you, sir.
Thank you.
I will say that was well stated. Everything he was talking about, he was praising the young servicemen and women in the armed forces, man. They sound like incredible people, man. Very determined, they have a goal in mind. They want to save America at the end of the day. I mean, look, a weakened Iran is a good Iran for the rest of the world. I can't believe I have to keep saying this. Iran is the number one state sponsor of terrorism across the globe. We are making people's lives better in the long run by dismantling the Iranian government. Think about it. This terrible government has been killing its own citizens, has been funding terrorism, by the way. And that's terrible. That's terrible. Like it's a level of like, you know what I mean? It's not good. So to people who don't see it from that point of view, that's fine. But got to know I'm on the right path here. I think you guys know in your heart of hearts that I'm correct. Just saying, man. But if you guys can, though, make sure you tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. We're currently sitting pretty at 9,038 subs. Once again, we're at 9,038 subscribers, man. I can't believe it, dude. We're getting there. We're getting so close. So close every day to... And I can't believe it, man. 9,038 subscribers. Here, bro. But once again, man, we're at 9,038 subs. We're climbing every single day. The show's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So don't forget to subscribe. Oh, we're at 9,039 now. We just got another subscriber, man. I want to thank everybody who's taken the time to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. Like I said, it does help the channel grow in more ways than one. I mean, you guys are making this show happen, man. You guys are making this show what it is, what it needs to be. And honestly, I'm very proud of what this show's become. It's become a troll fest. I'll tell you, I love to troll. Carlos Fernandez says no subs for stupid people. Well, hey, guess what? Even though you're not subscribing, there's going to be tons of people
Carlos
subscribing.
Fernandez
Tons of people subscribing.
VM6MH says, no subs for stupid people.
Hey, if you guys love Donald Trump as much as I do, please subscribe to the channel. If you love J.D. Vance, you think he's the man, subscribe to the channel. Let's go, dude.
Mr. Chairman, take a couple questions.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Given the updated degradation in strike target numbers...
Oh, shit, we just got even more subscribers. We're now at 9,042 subscribers. Once again, we're at 9,042 subscribers. Like I said, dude, if you guys love Pete Hegseth and think he's doing a good job, subscribe to the channel. Dude, we're getting to 10K as quickly as possible, man.
01200 says, congrats, Garza, here we come 10K.
Hey, we're getting to 10K soon, man. I think we're going to get to 9,100 subscribers by the end of the stream, though. If we get to 9,100 subs by the end of the stream, I'm going to be like, what the fuck? Like, that'd be crazy. That'd be wild. But yeah, thanks to everybody for subscribing to the channel, though. If you guys haven't subscribed already, please tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It does help the channel grow. We love you guys.
You laid out, how close would you say we are towards achieving the president's objectives, and what is the end game of the operation without divulging any sensitive battle plans?
Well, we wouldn't want to set a definitive time frame on that, but as we've said, we're on plan. So we're looking at those metrics very closely, relaying that to the president and the national security team.
No, this is the best administration we've ever had in U.S. history. The Trump administration is the best administration we have ever had. The Trump administration is the best administration we've ever had in the United States. So screw to anybody who's hating in the chat. Screw you. To all the hate, if you a hater, see you later. Look, if you're hating, I don't really care. I wanna tell you guys you're wrong. All right, I'm right. You wrong, man.
But feel confident that as, again, we're more stand in means we're over the top, even further in, and we have even more of an exact sense of what we're striking and why, and even more dynamically, meaning because the intelligence improves, we're able to more quickly identify targets when they, let's say they come out of an underground facility where they've been hiding and able to strike it before it strikes or right after it shoots. But we're very much on plan, and that's why I want to speak to the American people here. You hear a lot of noise about widening or new missions or speculation about what we should or should not be doing. This is a clear set of objectives. The president has given us every capability we need to accomplish that. We've got the best in the world in uniform executing it on the ground. They believe in and are invested in this mission, and it will be at the president's choosing, ultimately, where we say, hey, we've achieved what we need to on behalf of the American people to ensure our security. So no time set on that, but we're very much on track. Absolutely. Yes, right here.
Good morning, Mr. Secretary. David Zier, Real America's Voice News. What countries have been the most cooperative with us, including the Gulf states, as Europe hedges? And I also wanted to ask you, the internet blackouts by the regime, it's been shut down for weeks. Is the U.S. military playing a role in, fighting against the regime, blocking VPN networks and satellites and other things? Is there a role for the U.S. military there?
Obviously, on the allies and partners side.
So I have been kind of curious about Iran censoring its own people. I think that's incredibly fucked up, man. I think it's bad, dude. My God, dude. The fact of the matter is, the fact that Iran is censoring their own people, like they actually shut off the internet for the common folk, it tells you everything that you need to know. Whenever a country deliberately shuts off their own internet for the rest of its citizens, so that way its citizens can't communicate with the world, North Korea, I'm looking at you, it's terrible. It is absolutely 100% terrible. And you know why the Iranian government shut off the internet for the common people? Because they don't want the common people to reveal what exactly is happening in Iran and how terrible they're being treated. How terribly they're being treated. They're being treated terribly. It's awful. And it should be revealed. No, Iran's a terrible country, and we got to see an end to this war, man. We got to see an end to this war as soon as possible. And so I think the war is going to end by March 31st. That's my belief. If you guys think the war is going to end around March 31st, please subscribe to the channel. If you guys think that Donald Trump is a great president, please subscribe to the channel. If you guys want J.D. Vance to be the president in 2028, please subscribe to the channel. Let's go, dude. I love J.D., dude. J.D.'s the man.
Side. Israel, from day one, has been an incredible and capable partner, willing and able. There's nothing like capabilities and partners that are able to use them. The Gulf states have stepped up incredibly. In fact, Iran's sort of reckless attempt.
Hey, everybody keeps calling me a boomer in the chat. Why are you guys calling me a boomer? Why is everybody in the chat calling me a boomer? What's up with that? I'm a boomer? I'm not a boomer, dude. You're a doomer. If I'm a boomer, then you're a doomer. Okay? I'm going to say this one more time. If I'm a boomer, then you're a doomer. Okay? You guys got doomer brain, dude. All you guys do is doom scroll, and you guys think that the world's going to end every fucking second, blah, blah, blah. You guys have doomer brain. You guys can say that I've got boomer brain. Sure, I don't really give a shit. But to say that I'm a boomer and you're not a doomer, you guys are doomers, dude. You guys are the doomers. And yeah, if you want to call me a boomer, okay, fine, call me a boomer, but whatever. But no, I think Pete Hegseth is the man. I do think that he's the GOAT. I think he's an incredible person. And, you know, when Trump nominated Pete Hegseth originally for like the whole Department of War thing, I was kind of sketched out for a second. I didn't know much about Pete Hegseth. But the more I learn about Pete, I kind of like him. Not just kind of, I think he's the man. I think Pete Hegseth is the GOAT. I think he's cool, dude. Sorry, not sorry. Whatever, dude. I'm a Pete Hegseth fanboy, bro.
To strike civilian infrastructure and other things has brought countries who maybe would have...
By the way, if you guys have leftist fatigue, tap the subscribe button. If you guys have woke fatigue, if you guys hate woke, we're the anti-woke channel, so please subscribe to our channel if you're anti-woke. If you guys are just tired of the Democrats, please subscribe to the channel. I don't like the Democrats at all, man. Well, I should say I don't like the Democrat philosophy. There's a lot of Democrats that I actually do, you know, I don't, if you're a Democrat, I don't hate you. I just want to let you know that, but I don't think your philosophy is very sound. That's all.
Have not been as all in as they are today. squarely into our orbit. And we're proud to be defending with them, standing with them, you name it. UAE, Qatar, Bahrain, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, and others who have been right there. And we're grateful for that kind of support. As far as the internet, we're watching the regime try to tighten its grip as much as possible. And we're obviously taking countermeasures, many of which we can't talk about here, to ensure that messaging is delivered, not just to the Iranian people writ large, but to the right audiences, certain audiences that need to hear certain things about what their fate might look like or what their choices are. So even though that regime is trying really hard to ensure the world can't see, right? They want to put out fake AI-generated images, which, by the way, sometimes our press happens to fall for, like the Abraham Lincoln on fire and turning around. These AI-generated images are meant to make it look like something's happening when the exact opposite is. So they make up fake reports and fake images to lie to their own people to try to make it. But even then, their own people can barely receive a lot of those messages and communicate because of the blackout that they've imposed upon them. But we work around that for sure.
That's a good answer, man. Dude, that internet blackout that they're doing in Iran is total bullshit. I think that the Iranian regime knows that their days are numbered. I don't see how Iran, to anybody who thinks that Iran's going to win this war, you're an idiot. I think you're stupid. I think you're a fool. If you think that Iran's going to win this war, check your brain. Check your brain. Check your damn brain, bro. Like, okay, so let's get a poll going. If you guys side with Iran, type in the word Iran. If you guys are siding with the U.S., type in the words U.S. And if you hate the U.S. and you hate Iran, type in neither. Okay, type neither. So if you side with no one, type in neither. That's fine. If you side with Iran, type in Iran into the chat. If you're siding with the U.S., type in U.S. Simple as that. Simple, easy cut. And by the way, if you live in the United States and you want Iran to win this war, just go move to Iran. Go move to Iran. If you want Iran to win this war, go move to Iran. Go move to that terrible, terrible country. When I say terrible country, I mean terribly run country. Iran's a beautiful place, but the government that runs Iran is god-awful, and there needs to be a change. The people of Iran have spoken. They do not want the current regime. They want a completely new regime, and I support it, man. I support it completely. So. But yeah, I completely support the United States on this one, and I can't wait to see the Iranian government crumble to the ground. I want to see, for everything that they did to their own citizens who are protesting, I want to see the Iranian government crumble to the fucking ground. And I think most people want that. Because the Iranian government sucks.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. General, overnight, Iran launched missiles across the Gulf. They managed to hit the Saudi oil refinery on the Red Sea. What does it mean that they have that capability now, 3 weeks into the war? And, Mr. Secretary, you mentioned civilian infrastructure.
Yeah, the fact that I am kind of concerned about Iran being able to launch a missile at like a boat on the sea, that's still concerning. Hopefully, all the U.S. allies are able to secure the Strait of Hormuz. And then once the Strait of Hormuz is secure, we could finish off the rest of the Iranian military.
Iran seems to be treating U.S. diplomatic outposts, embassies, consulates like they are legitimate, hard targets in the region now. What is the Pentagon doing to, I guess, secure those assets, stop those attacks?
Absolutely.
Thanks for the question on that.
Hey, you guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We're currently sitting pretty at 9,043 subscribers. Once again, we're at 9,043 subscribers, so please don't forget to hit the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It really does help the channel grow. We're trying to get to 9,100 subs by the end of the stream. I think we could probably pull it off if we get enough subs. So all subscribers matter. We appreciate everybody for taking the time to subscribe. So anybody who wants to subscribe, man, we appreciate you. We love you, and let's keep it going, man.
The missile strikes, as we said and have always said clearly, they came into this fight with a lot of weapons. This is why we continue to be as aggressive and assertive as we can against their ballistic missile capability, both their medium-range ballistic missile capability and their short-range missile capability. So we are continuing to hunt and find them and kill them, and we will continue to do so. So they still retain some capability. And we have layered defenses throughout the region that will allow us to protect those, and we're working with our partners across the Gulf region to help them improve any defensive capabilities that they may need.
To that point on capabilities, Iran is an energy-rich country, could be, should be. Instead, like so many other places driven by a radical ideology, they've spent that money instead of investing in their people. And that's why you had millions of...
Oh yeah, that's what the Iranian government has been funding. They've been giving, the government of Iran has been giving their money away to terrorists, has been taking a lot of that money and funding the nuclear program that they were trying to do, clearly. And they were doing it under a fucking mountain, basically. They were digging under a mountain, doing a nuclear facility under there, thinking that nobody would notice. And they're trying to build nuclear weapons, dude. It's so obvious. And Iran's got a very hateful ideology, at least the government does. So it makes perfect fucking sense to me to do this, to do what needs to be done.
Iranians protesting because they felt like their condition quality of life didn't match what it could be or should be. And what was the Iranian state? There's a reason we call Iran the #1 state sponsor of terrorism, because they took the money they make and they invest it in tunnels, and they invested in missiles, and they invested in launchers and UAVs, and we are destroying and degrading that in historic proportions. But it doesn't mean they won't still have some and try to hold people at issue, which is why...
I mean, Iran is definitely the villain here. The Iranian government is definitely the villain, and if people don't see that, everybody's saying, U.S. is the bully, U.S. is the bully. How the hell is the United States the bully? Iran, the moment they got attacked, started bombing their neighboring countries like fucking morons. Like, Iran is stupid. I mean, the Iranian government is so idiotic. And, in my opinion, fucking evil. Let's just call a spade a spade. The Iranian government's fucking evil. All right? So call a spade a spade. Small wiener gang. Yeah, dude. Okay, thank you, Linus Okafor. Everybody give a shout out to Linus Okafor for subscribing. I'm going to put your name back up on the board here. Let me put your name back on the board. Everybody give a shout out to Linus Okafor. Small wiener gang. Let's go, dude.
We're fighting every single day to continue to compel. And you mentioned embassies and consulates. Unlike previous administrations, we are doubling and tripling down on ensuring that our people, regardless of their Department of War, Department of State, whatever they do, are secure in those facilities. And the best defense is a good offense. And so we're not afraid to go after and kill anybody, and we have a lot of them attempting to target our diplomatic facilities. Iran, we're not surprised that they would indiscriminately target, and we're still seeing that. Jerry.
As part of the justification for the war against Iran, the White House has laid out in fairly comprehensive fashion that the Iranian regime's 47 years of terrorism aimed at the U.S., including pointing to the IRGC's provision of weapons and EFPs to help kill Americans in Iraq. The Pentagon in 2019 assessed Iran was responsible for the deaths of at least 603 service members in Iraq, but there hasn't been a similar public accounting by Iran's role helping the Taliban in Afghanistan. And that also hasn't been part of the White House's public argument. I was wondering if you could speak to Iran's role in helping the Taliban during the war in Afghanistan. And Chairman, as you and the Secretary eloquently spoke about, 13 U.S. service members have been killed so far during Operation Epic Fury. I was wondering what lessons have been learned from those deaths, both from Iranian strikes, from an aircraft refueling accident. How are those lessons being applied to the current conflict? And how
I am kind of curious how those lessons are being applied, actually. So, I don't know, man. Here's the thing. That refueling accident that happened was terrible. Like, I don't know all the details behind it, but it just sucks that even happened. I mean, look, mistakes. Look, there's always going to be mistakes that are made during war, whether, I don't know if it was a failure of the plane itself. I don't know if it was a failure of anybody on board. Either way, everybody's doing the best they can. And no, the service members are doing an incredible job. So hopefully they get a little more information on why that refueling plane accident happened. But, we won't know until we know, essentially, as cheesy as that sounds. But we just won't know until we know. And, yeah, man, just sucks. Give me a few moments, you guys. I'm just checking out the markets for some buying opportunities real quick. There's always a buying opportunity in the stock market, man. Traditionally, there is. Not all the time. Sometimes you're a little hard pressed to find some good stuff, but yeah, there we go. Let's keep watching, man.
Are those lessons going to be applied to a potential conflict in Indo-PACOM?
Thank you.
Well, thank you for the question. And it's true. In a town that can have a very short memory, President Trump does not. He remembers what this Iranian regime was founded on, what their declaration has been from the beginning: death to America, death to Israel.
That's true, man. That's been the Iranian battle cry, man. That has been the Iranian government battle cry. The Iranian government would love to see nothing more than the fall of the U.S. Honestly, I would love to see nothing more than the fall of the Iranian government. I want to see the Iranian people succeed, but I want to see the Iranian government crumble to the ground. I think a lot of us do. And I'd be surprised if anybody says otherwise. Because we all know the Iranian government is shit. Right? We all know the Iranian government is crap. The crapola. Right? So, I don't know. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, though. We're currently sitting pretty at 9,046 subscribers. Once again, we're sitting pretty at 9,046 subs. Make sure you guys tap that subscribe button. If you love Donald Trump as much as I do, please subscribe to the channel. If you guys think that Pete Hegseth is a total Chad, a total stud, make sure you guys subscribe. Look, if you guys want J.D. Vance to be the president in 2028 and you don't want any more Democrats, no more Democrats in office, at least no more in the presidency, tap the subscribe button because we're just done with the Democrats. The Democrats are a terrible party. I'm done with the Democrats, at least. I've been anti-Democrat for a long time. This is a very anti-Democrat channel, by the way, because we know that the Democrat philosophy is, hey, let's side with Iran. Let's side with any, it's like, I think honestly, a lot of the Democrats have daddy issues, in my opinion. I think there's a lot of level of daddy issues that come into play with the Democrats, and I think that's why a lot of them have the philosophies they have, is because of daddy issues. So if you guys think the Democrats have daddy issues, please subscribe to the channel. The more subscribers we get, the better. But yeah, if you guys think, once again, if you guys believe that the Democrats have daddy issues, please subscribe to the channel, man. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it flowing, and let's keep it rolling, man. No, I do believe the Democrats have daddy issues, though.
They've stated that. They've intended to, in every way, try to accomplish that, killing Americans in any theater they can, embassies for quite a long time. In Iraq, that was the deadliest weapon, was the EFP, the explosively formed penetrator. I was there when that tactic and technique started to emerge, and the realization was it wasn't just jihadis putting together 155 rounds daisy chained. It was an entire state, a country with its apparatus able to mold steel in a way that was specifically designed to penetrate American armor and kill Americans. This was not, maybe we send them a couple of thoughts about how to build a bomb. This was Iran specifically passing technology and wherewithal and personnel into Iraq to kill Americans specifically.
Oh, shit. Really? So that's an interesting level of intel then.
The number is said to be 600. A lot of us think it's higher than that, given the amount
Damn.
of capability they brought in. So they have been at war with us, whether we acknowledge it or not, for 47 years. The same goes in Afghanistan.
Well, yeah, and here's the thing, man. Iran has been constantly making the United States lives hell. They've been making the Middle East lives hell. And also, by the way, because Iran funds so much terror, they make the world a worse place. The fact of the matter is, Iran has been doing evil things for a very long time. They've been funding terrorism, which reverberates in a lot of ways when terrorists do terrible things to good people. I am done with terrorism. We should all be. This is another. This is the war on terrorism, and I think that a destabilized Iran, which, by the way, I think the Iranian government. If you ask me what I think of the Iranian government, I think the Iranian government itself is a terrorist organization. I repeat, the Iranian government itself is a terrorist organization, and it should be labeled as such. Let's keep going.
Name the Islamist enemy.
And the reason I say that is because they're the number one state sponsor of terror. If you are the number one state sponsor of terror, that means that you're a terrorist government, and you should be seen as a terrorist government, through and through.
Whether they are Sunni or Shia, because this is a Shia regime, Sunni or Shia, and Iran's been willing to harbor them as long as that group is willing to try to kill Americans. So the enemy of their enemy has been their friend as well in the Islamist world. So Iran, whether it's Iraq, whether it's Afghanistan, whether it's around the world, has been targeting Americans. And what they wanted in this context, and what President Trump would not tolerate, is a regime of that nature being closer and closer to nuclear capabilities, a capability they would have said they would want to use, and we ought believe what our enemies say they would do if they...
No, we should believe that they would want to use it against us. Absolutely. We should believe that Iran, if they had a nuclear weapon, which they were developing, it looks like, by a lot of the intel, of course they would use it against us. Iran hates us because Iran is just the Iranian government's a hateful entity. And like I said, the Iranian government itself is a terrorist organization through and through. If you're funding terrorism, you're a terrorist organization.
They got the most dangerous weapon in the world.
It's as simple as that.
It's been across every theater that Iran's been a threat to America.
So wait, I sound like a 12. So hold on. I sound like a 12-year-old boy because I'm pointing out logic. I'm using logic here, you guys. I'm putting 2 and 2 together. I'm putting 1, 1, 1, 1. I'm putting it all together, dude. I'm putting all the pieces together. And if you guys in the chat are siding with Iran, you guys are fools. Anybody in the chat who sides with Iran, you're fools. You're idiots. Sorry. You just are.
Sometimes we have to remind folks of that, but thank goodness we have a commander-in-chief who, on behalf of this country, has internalized that and said, hey, we're going to do something about it.
Jerry, I do want to talk about the lessons learned question because it's important to me. I won't share particular tactical lessons, and the KC-135 incident is under investigation. But I do want to talk about how I think about this and how we think about it. And this is something that I'm pretty passionate about. I believe the Joint Force has to be a very fast learning organization. Early, often, and always. And so in each case, both at the strategic, operational, and tactical level, we've charged the Joint Force to look at themselves and say, what was our plan? Well, first, did we have a plan, yes or no? The answer is always yes, because we plan for literally everything. Did we execute our plan, yes or no? If we did it work? If not, why not? If we didn't execute our plan but did something better, what's the lesson learned associated with that? And then how do we quickly capture those lessons after every loss or every engagement and quickly adopt those lessons and then share them?
Well, at least they're learning from things. Obviously, with any sort of accident, whether this was an accident, whatever it may have happened to that refueling plane, they're going to look at the black box. They're going to look at everything they can to try to understand exactly what happened. They're going to look at everything they can to understand what happened. That's going to be very important. And I will say the U.S. military is very efficient, but when they do make a mistake, they like to understand why that mistake happened so it doesn't happen again. why is the Iran war an illegal war? Iran has been doing illegal things for a long time. It sounds like it's a good thing that we're trying to topple a dictatorial regime. I mean, what's wrong with that? We're taking out a dictator, basically. So what the hell is wrong with taking out a dictator? You guys are acting like taking out a dictator is a cardinal sin. Hey, if we could take out look, if the U.S. military could take out this dictatorial regime, fuck, I'm all for it. Why wouldn't we be all for it? You know what I mean? Makes zero sense to me, man.
Them across the entirety of the joint force. And inside the joint staff, we've tasked our J7 directorate under the lead of Lieutenant General Lazewski, a United States Marine, to be extremely entrepreneurial in harvesting and capturing those lessons in a proactive and not reactive way. In fact, we've got teammates from the J7 who are now spread out across the CENTCOM theater, both here in the States and forward, to ensure that in every opportunity we do not miss a chance to grab that lesson and quickly accelerate it into the practice that we adopt inside the joint force, so that if there's a loss or if there's something that we can learn from, that we learn it not only in the CENTCOM AOR, but we adapt it across all of the combatant commands, not just Indo-PACOM. And it's across all of the warfighting functions. I've asked them to look rigorously, to check our egos at the door, to remember this is about what's right, not who's right, and to be clinical around the way we look at lessons learned, because we owe it to the force to do that. Thanks for that question.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and it's a good thing. They're going to collect a lot of data, and they're going to try to understand exactly what happened. They're going to. I mean, this is what they do. That's what they're designed to do. That's what these forces are designed to do, is to try to understand what went wrong, try to prevent it, and everything. I mean, it matters. It matters. It's precision, man. Small wiener gang. Oh, shit. Hey, thank you, Demos, for subscribing to the channel for just a few seconds ago. Thank you. Everybody, I'm going to put Demos. It's D-E-I. Small wiener gang. Thank you, Demos, for subscribing. Hey, thank you, Jagad for subscribing. I appreciate you. I'm going to put your guys' Demos. Saddam did not. Oh. Well, hey, thank you so much, Demos, for subscribing. I'm going to put your name back up on the board. Gang. And thank you, Jagad. Thank you for subscribing as well. A round of applause, everybody. Thank you guys for subscribing. I really appreciate it. Small wiener gang. Oh, I got to pop my back. Hold on. Oh, there we go. Oh. Small wiener gang. Hell yeah.
Brown jacket in the back.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. Jonathan Dre with Roca Politics. As you said, at the end of this war, Iran...
Dude, you guys, we're at I can't believe it, man. We're at 9,052. We're at 9,052 subscribers. Once again, we're at 9,052 subscribers. I want to thank each and every one of you guys for taking the time to subscribe to the channel. All you guys have to do is press the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It does help the channel grow. We're really trying to get to we're trying to get to 10,000 before the end of the month. I don't know if we could pull that off. We're going to get close, though. We're going to get very close to that, I believe. But I want to thank each and every one of you guys for taking the time to subscribe. I really mean that. And let's keep going, man. Let's keep going, man. More subscribers, more thrivers.
Will be without a missile or drone capability, a navy, or the ability to make nuclear weapons. Since the largest threat and sponsor of terror in the region will be incapacitated, are there plans to move assets and troops out of the Middle East? I guess in a perfect world.
So Annie is saying, what's Annie saying? Hold on.
Annie 01200 says, I can't stop laughing after hearing Small Wiener Gang after someone subscribes. That's never gonna get old.
Oh, dude, it's amazing, dude. I love hearing, because I was like, well, I didn't want to steal the audio clip from the tomorrow's teachings just in case they copyrighted it or something. So I was like, well, what if I just say small wiener gang on the microphone and make that a WAV file? And I took that WAV file and I put it into Streamlabs. I think it was a WAV file. It might have been an MP4 file. I can't remember. But anyway, not MP4, an M4A file. I don't know. I can't remember half of the fucking formats for audio.
A year after the war has ended, what does the military presence in the Middle East look like compared to before the war?
Well, I appreciate the question. I do think when you address a real threat head on, it creates new options on the other side, right? I think
the person who suggested it, I'm trying to remember who suggested it though. I think it might have been Tim Smith who suggested that I say small wiener, that I have a small wiener gang audio clip for everybody who subscribes to the channel. And I was like, spot on, dude. Fucking spot on. Tim Smith, dude. Tim Smith is a fountain full of like amazing ideas, dude. This guy, Tim Smith, is a character, bro. I love Tim.
What President Trump refuses to do, which too often this town does, is just sit in the status quo. Oh, nobody can do about that. They've got too much capability. What if this happens? What if that happens? He instead says, what's in the interest of the American people? It's going to take some courage. It's going to take some capabilities. We're going to have to gather some forces there in order to do it. We're not going to tell people how many or how long or what we're willing to do or what we're not willing to do. But if you do that and do that decisively, then out the other end is a recognition that it opens the aperture of what's possible. I mean, President Trump did the same thing in creating an opportunity for the Abraham Accords. Now you've got a situation where a lot of those countries are coming alongside us, recognizing the threat of Iran. So I think our posture in the future will be based first and foremost on our own national security, power projection, the ability to defend our people and our
Absolutely, 100%, bro.
interests. But no doubt, working alongside our partners, the president will look at what makes the most sense going forward. I appreciate that question. Yes, right here.
War crime, is that the policy of the U.S. military
Excuse me,
now?
I didn't.
Thank you, Secretary Hegseth. Two questions for you. The Vice President has often emphasized that the goal of this war is to denuclearize Iran while also...
Oh, absolutely, denuclearize Iran. You want to have a weak Iran, dude. The weaker that Iran is, the better. Because then they won't be able to fund terrorism. They won't be able to bomb their neighboring countries or make life hell in the Middle East. A weak Iranian military is a good Iranian military. That's the way I see it. Iran's terrible. I should say the Iranian government is terrible. That's my opinion. My opinion is that the Iranian government's terrible. I don't like the Iranian government. I think what the U.S. is doing by toppling the Iranian government, the Iranian regime, is the smartest thing that one can do. They don't deserve power. They have an evil philosophy. They don't deserve power. They just do. All the Iranian government was doing was fund terror and try to build a nuclear weapon and then just make the lives of all their citizens total fucking hell.
Avoiding a larger quagmire. I know that you touched on this. I'd like you to expand on how do you do that? How do you denuclearize the country while also avoiding this, forever war? And then there was a report last night that the Pentagon asked the White House for $200 billion for Iran war supplemental. Can you confirm this? And
$200 billion. Small wiener gang. $200 billion. Oh shit. Thank you, Gloria Hernandez has been able. Prayers YouTube. What? Hold on. What's that again? Hold on. I'm going to put you back up on the board, Gloria. Everybody, give a shout out to Gloria Hernandez, by the way. Small wiener gang. Prayers Youth. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Give a shout out to Gloria Hernandez for subscribing. Everybody, we appreciate you a lot. We appreciate you wholeheartedly for taking the time to subscribe. Anybody who hasn't subscribed yet, though, make sure that you guys tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. If you guys love Donald Trump as much as I do, please tap the subscribe button. If you guys love Pete Hegseth, please subscribe. I think Pete Hegseth is the man. But if you guys want J.D. Vance 2028 as the president, please subscribe to the channel. It really does help the channel grow. We are tired of the leftist agenda here on the Michael Garza Show. We're an anti-Democrat show, admittedly. So if you guys are about pretty much as anti-Democrat as I am, because I think the Democrat Party sucks, I still think that they're a terrible party. Please subscribe to the channel if you guys think that the Democrats have lost their way.
Can you explain why a package this large is necessary?
Well, first of all, none of this would have been possible without Midnight Hammer, without that audacious mission with very clear goals that did obliterate their ability to enrich and the capabilities they have in those facilities. So it created the conditions for Iran to step forward and say, okay, you can reach out and touch us like that in our nuclear ambitions. You can see that we're still trying to do this. Let's make a deal. And the President Trump put our two best folks on it, Steve and Jared, and they worked diligently, earnestly. I watched it to try to pursue that deal. And ultimately, I think the whole time Iran sort of said, well, we'll talk. As we build more missiles and as we build more UAVs and we create this conventional umbrella so that if we chose to, we could try to reconstitute the program. And sort of naively thinking that President Trump wouldn't do something about it. And that's why, as Secretary Rubio has said, and I've said, it's the conventional umbrella that was growing and growing and growing that was meant to protect that nuclear capability. So you had to address both what happened with Midnight Hammer and what happened with that as well.
I actually don't know a whole bunch. I don't know a whole lot about Operation Midnight
Small
Hammer,
wiener gang.
admittedly. Oh, hey, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. Everybody, let's give a shout out to Jelly Gack. We'll just say Gel GAC. Everybody give a shout out to Gel GAC, everybody, for subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much. I'm going to put your name back up on the board.
Small wiener gang.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for taking the time to subscribe. I love you. 'Cause I need you and I want you crawling underneath my skin. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the right-hand corner. Thank you guys for taking the time to subscribe. Though I am going to take a little bit of a piss, and I'm going to start cooking an egg real quick. BRB. Small wiener gang. I might as well get a little bit of water while I'm at it. Okay. Now we're back to being the greatest Darman style channel of all time. Man, we got a lot of people watching right now. This is crazy. I wonder if there's like a generic pause screen, you know? Like where we can like add a stream marker. Huh. Do you guys know if there's like any way to like put a pause screen on this? Like change level settings. I was thinking about doing like a pause screen or something like that for my live streams. Hold on. Give me 1 second, you guys. I'm figuring something out real quick. I'm asking ChatGPT. I'm asking ChatGPT a couple questions, like if I want to pause a stream, how the hell do I pause it? But let's listen to Hegseth.
$200 billion. I think that number could move, obviously.
I mean, $200 billion. I mean, that's... I understand why they're requesting that amount of money, because they're going to need it to fund this operation. Because, look, this is... I think it's honestly going to only last till March 31st. I think it's going to be quick. Oh, okay, cool. So there's in the control room, there is a break setting. Where would that be, though? Oh, okay, so it takes place in the monetization side of things? Okay. Stream health, viewer activity, analytics, stream settings. So there should be like a take a break feature on here. Give me one moment though. I'm an old man when it comes to some of these YouTube settings. Like some of them I am not super familiar with. You can't be familiar with every single thing. Perfection is paralysis, by the way. I just want to let everybody know. Oh, Benjamin Netanyahu's talking about the war now? That's crazy, dude. Holy crap, man. Hey, guys, make sure you guys tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner while we're trying to figure out how to use the break setting on on YouTube Live. I'm a little bit of an old man, admittedly, when it comes to figuring out some of these settings. I'm like, I don't understand how this works. But yeah, sometimes I really don't understand how the break settings work on YouTube. Channel level settings. Overlay for breaks. Let's see. Default overlay. Yeah, it works. Okay, cool. Overlay will appear and ads aren't available. Okay. So use this URL to add to the overlay into your encoder. Copy your putting your encoder. Add as a browser source. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so I'm figuring out. I'm learning things. I'm learning things. Add as a browser source. Let me see. This is kind of interesting. So add as a browser source. Got it. Add a new source instead. This will be YouTube break time. Add a source. Copy paste the file or the URL. And then what else do I have to do? Okay, so there's other settings it says. So copy URL in your encoder, add as a browser source, paste the URL and adjust the weight and height stream resolution. Yep. Enable shutdown source when not visible. Okay, shutdown source when not visible. Okay, shutdown source when not visible. Yep. And then click OK and that's it. Okay, cool. So close. Got it. Okay. Okay, cool. So I could start a break real quick. So let me see what happens when I hold on. So the YouTube break screen. Let me adjust. It said 800. So let's try 1000 on the width, and then we'll try 800 on the height. Oh, we'll have to go a little higher, actually. We'll go 1800. Let's see what happens. Okay, that's pretty fair. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's just do it by it's 1028, I believe. So 1028 by 1928. 1080p. 1080. Okay, so 1080 for the width. And then 1900, I think. Was it 1920? We'll go 20. Okay, that should fill up the screen. Close it. So we're going to test the take a break feature, everybody. Highlight chat. Let's see. We're going to take... I've never really tested this before, so this is going to be kind of fun. We're going to take a small break, and we're going to see what happens. We'll do 5 minutes. Okay, that's kind of cool. Look at that, you guys. Can you guys still hear me, by the way? It's kind of tight, actually. Holy shit. Okay, cool. Whoa, bronies. My pink brony bros. Whoa, what's happening here? We still live? Shit, we're still live, I think. Hold on. Give me 1 second, you guys. So we're currently taking a break. Interesting. So this is the break screen. So, okay, you can still hear me? Cool. So yeah, this is kind of the break screen. So whenever we need to take a break, it just kind of like, this is the default YouTube break screen. It's kind of cool, man. It has like little images and stuff that it kind of puts on there. It's kind of neat. And then what happens when I end the break? Let's see. End the break. Okay, and everything goes back to normal once you end the break. Hell yeah, dude. This is kind of tight. Very tight. By the way, hold on. I got to check my eggs. Let's cook it for about 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes and blah. Let's keep going, man.
It takes money to kill bad guys. So we're going back to Congress and our folks there to ensure that we're properly.
I mean, Hegseth's right, man. It does cost money to get this operation squared away.
Funded for what's been done, for what we may have to do in the future. Ensure that our ammunition is everything's refilled, and not just refilled, but above and beyond. I mean, President Trump, as he said, rebuilt the military in his first term. Didn't think he'd use it as dynamically in his second, but he had.
Dude, we're at 9,058 subscribers, everybody. Once again, we're at 9,058 subs, so don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. Look, if you guys love Donald Trump as much as I do, please subscribe to the channel. If you guys love Pete Hegseth and think he's a total stud, a total Chad, please subscribe to the channel. We got Tiny Lion Gaming in the house. What up, dude?
Tiny Lion Gaming says, like the stream, boys.
Dude, Lightning Fox, how the hell is Iran winning this? How the heck is Iran winning this? But thank you, Annie, for confirming. I appreciate you doing that, for confirming that you could still hear me during the break.
Annie01200 says, we can hear ya.
Dude, thank you, Tiny Lion Gaming, man. We're almost we're getting closer every day to 10,000 subs. Like, it's insane. We're currently sitting pretty at 9,058 subscribers. Once again, we're at 9,058 subscribers. Just a little bit ago, we were at we were at like 9,015. Now we're at in one stream alone. We're now at 9,058 subscribers. So if you guys want to be a part of one of the greatest up and coming channels on YouTube, make sure that you guys please subscribe in the upper right hand corner. It does help the channel grow. It helps us become bigger in the world of YouTube. So I do want to thank you guys for taking the time to subscribe. It really means the world to me. Let's keep watching, man.
So thank goodness he did that. And an investment like this is meant to say, hey, we'll replace anything that was spent. And now that we're reviving our defense industrial base and rebuilding the arsenal of freedom and cutting deals like our great deputy secretaries here is doing, long lead times on exquisite munitions, we're going to be refilled faster than anyone imagined. And I think, we're also still dealing with the environment that Joe Biden created, which was depleting those stockholds and not sending them to our own military, but to Ukraine, which is every time we reach back and look at any sort of a challenge we have, it goes back to, well, send it to Ukraine. Ultimately, we think this should be these munitions are better spent in our own interests at this point, and this kind of funding bill is going to ensure that we're properly funded going forward. We'll take one more. Right.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Jordan Conradson with the Gateway Pundit. So with the strike yesterday on South Pars gas field, if the U.S. didn't know about it or didn't approve of it, it kind of seems like a trend of Israel apparently pursuing their own objectives over U.S. objectives.
Well, here's the thing. Israel is its own country. They're going to do their own thing, unfortunately. I will say this, though. Israel's a total wild card, and I'm not a supporter of Israel, by the way. I'm just not. But that's the problem when you go into war with a country like Israel. You're going to run into a lot of problems. They're going to do things on their own. They're going to make things, in my opinion, a lot more difficult. They're just going to make things way more difficult than it needs to be. That's just the way I see it, man. They're just there to make things worse, is what I'm trying to get at. Yeah, guys, can you believe it? We're at 9,059 subscribers. Once again, 9,059 subs. We are only, and I can't believe I'm saying this, we're only 41 subscribers away from hitting 9,100 subscribers. So if you guys can, please tap the subscribe button. We're getting closer and closer every day to 10,000. So I appreciate everybody for taking the time to subscribe to the channel. I mean, it really means the world to me. And we're slowly but surely getting there, man. Slowly but surely we're getting there. I thank everybody.
objectives. I'm not sure if you agree with that, but the president has said he doesn't want to hit Iran's oil infrastructure right now. As you said, the U.S. avoided this on Park Island. Oil's nearing $120. Why are we helping Israel prosecute this war if they're going to...
Well, here's the thing, man. As long as you secure the Strait of Hormuz, you're good. We're gonna let the egg cool down for a little bit. So I got a little egg cooking, and kicking butt, man, kicking butt. I say what in the butt. I say what in the butt. I gotta stop talking about what in the butt.
Pursue their own objectives.
We hold the cards. We have objectives. Those objectives are clear. We have allies pursuing objectives as well. And the truth speaks for itself. I mean, President Trump was very clear about that. Iran has weaponized energy for decades. Israel clearly sent a warning, and POTUS has made it clear, very clear. Iran knows when you hit Karg Island and you hit military capabilities on Karg Island, which is the only thing we hit, we can hold anything at issue, anything. The United States military controls the fate of that country. Iran has the ability to make the right choices. It should not, going forward, target Arab allies, Arab countries, trying to create pain, the pain that they created themselves. Thank you all very much. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Hell yeah, dude. Pete Hegseth is he's on point, man. He's looking dapper as usual. He's on point, man. He's smart, dude. He's a smart guy. I know there's a lot of people who are against everything that's happening, whatever. But yeah, Hegseth is on the point, man. Hey, let's take a look and see let's take a look at another video real quick. There's one no, but I think the Iranian government is the terrorists. The people who are running the Iranian government are terrorists because they were killing their own citizens. They've been funding terrorist organizations for years, by the way. For freaking years. You know, so I don't know. Let's take a look. President Trump participates in a bilateral meeting. Let's take a look. This was streamed 32 minutes ago, basically.
And
so he has
just won a.
So he's got the Japan Prime Minister at the White House. Damn, dude. I like how golden everything is. It's so sick, dude. The fact that everything's gold is pretty cool. But if you guys love Donald Trump as much as I do, please tap the subscribe button. If you want JD Vance 2028, please subscribe to the channel. You know it. But if you guys think that Donald Trump is a total stud, subscribe to the channel, man. If you guys are tired of the Democrat way, if you guys think that the Democrats are have lost their way, please subscribe to the channel. Let's go, dude.
Well, thank you very much, everybody. It's great to have you, and we have a very special person. Just won a tremendous election in a record-setting fashion, so you have something in common. And I was very proud and honored to endorse the Prime Minister because of the fact that I like to have you, and we have a very special person. Just won a tremendous election in a record-setting fashion, so you have something in common. And I was very proud and honored to endorse the Prime Minister because of the fact that I felt she was really good. I thought she did a fantastic job. I respect her a lot, so I gave her an endorsement. And
so is this is Japanese Trump? Hell yeah, dude. So she's the Prime Minister of Japan. She's chilling out with Donald Trump in the White House. That's sick. I dig it, dude. I dig it. Hell yeah. But yeah, if you guys can, make sure you guys tap the subscribe button. Let's go, dude.
She had the most successful election, in my opinion, in the history of Japan, won by the most ever. So we have a very popular, powerful woman, and she's a great woman. We have a very fine relationship, and we're going to be talking about trade and many other things. And
dude, what a stud, dude. What a stud. Hell yeah.
Thank you very much.
Let's go, dude.
ありがとうございます。本日は非常に特別な方にいらしていただいております。歴史的な選挙の圧勝ということで、私と共通するものがあると思います。私たち素晴らしい絆を持っておりまして、だからこそ私の方からも応援のメッセージを出させていただきました。素晴らしい人であり、私も心から尊敬している方です。日本の歴史上最も素晴らしい選挙で圧勝したということで、人気の高い女性であり、すごい方だと私も思っております。本日に関しては貿易その他の課題について多く話をする予定です。
Oh, I also want to give a shout out to KQ Yeo. I did not give you a shout out earlier. Everybody, let's give a shout out to KQ Yeo for subscribing. Small Wiener Gang. Hell yeah. Let's also give a shout out to GELEGACE for subscribing as well. Their name's coming up on the screen. Small Wiener Gang. Let's keep going, man. Small Wiener Gang. Hell yeah.
Thank you for inviting me to the White House today.
Thank you.
Oh, hey, you guys, we just reached 9,060 subscribers. Once again, we just reached 9,060 subscribers. Hey, we're getting closer and closer every day to the 10,000 subscriber mark, so please don't forget to subscribe. Let's keep going.
My visit is timely. So, given the current situation.
Small Wiener Gang. Hey, thank you so much to... Hey, let's give a shout out to Sarah Furstendig for subscribing to the channel. Let's give a shout out. I'm going to put your name back up on the board. Everybody, once again, give a shout out to Sarah Furstendig for subscribing to the channel. Small Wiener Gang. Thank you so much, everybody. If you guys subscribe, you're part of the Small Wiener Gang. Hell yeah.
Oh, please, yes, absolutely. You have a very good interpreter who I've known for a long time with Shinzo.
Right? 今中東情勢も含めて、それから世界中の安全保障環境が非常に厳しい状況にあります。
Right now, situations in the Middle East and also the entire world, we are actually experiencing a very severe security environment.
そして世界経済もかなり厳しい影響を受けつつあります。
And also the global economy is now about to experience a huge hit because of this development.
でも私は世界の繁栄とそして平和に貢献できる、世界中に平和と繁栄をもたらせるのはドナルドだけだと思っています。
But even against that backdrop, I firmly believe that it is only you, Donald, who can achieve peace across the world.
でそのために私は
No, and I think here's the thing. You know, people say that Donald Trump's a warmonger. Not in this instance. Whether you guys like to admit it or not, and this is something that people, I think, should admit, what is happening now? Honestly, I think by the way, I think a weakened Iran is a good Iran for the Middle East. A weak Iran is a good Iran for the Middle East, and I'll tell you why. Because the Iranian government has been sponsoring terror for far too long. and it needs to stop. It needs to stop completely. It should have never happened. We're tired of Iran being a bully not only to the United States but to the rest of the Middle East as well. Iran started attacking its neighboring countries, for God's sakes. That's crazy. Insanity. I think you guys know that. I'd like to believe you guys know that. I don't know. Give me one moment, though. I'm taking a look at something. Yeah. Okay, so let's take a look here.
諸外国に働きかけて、しっかりと応援をしたいと思っています。
And to do so, I am ready to reach out to many of the partners in the international community to achieve our objective together.
今日私はそれを伝えに来ました。
So today, I came here at the White House to directly convey this message to you.
そしてイランに関してはもう核兵器の開発、これは許されてはならないことですから日本も
Oh shit. The markets are going back up. In fact, every single market's going back up. What the hell? The markets were heavily down today and now they're going back up. At a rapid pace. Even the silver markets are going up. No freaking way. Hell yeah, dude. As expected. Well, here's the thing, man. This is the one thing I will say about the silver market. This is the one thing. I mean, the whole stock market's going back up. I don't know why is the stock market going up so rapidly? Oh, dude, my small cap ETF is going up like I don't want to sell right now because that'll put me in. That'll make it as a day trade. I don't like to do day trading. Wow, dude, everything's going up. Well, I could sell a little bit of the VT. The VT for my PP. Hell yeah, dude. Wow, dude. I don't know why everything's going suddenly up, so, I mean, it's a good thing. I'll take it. Fund. Wow, dude. Everyone's got something to say. But maybe they're just jealous, and that's why they're throwing shade. Dude, you do realize the markets are all up right now. Check the markets right now, dude. Hey.
Yardy up north says, you don't have shit, markets are all down.
Dude, check the markets right now. Check the fucking markets. Yardy up north, check the markets right now. They just went up very rapidly. I don't know why they went up. Maybe because the Strait of Hormuz is being secured, and maybe our allies are finally growing a pair and helping us out in getting the Strait of Hormuz situation figured out, man. I'm loving this, man. We're back in play. It's funny because I ended up buying a whole bunch of shares earlier. Yeah, I bought a bunch of shares when everything was down, so that's good. How much do you guys want to bet that silver's going to go up rapidly too? That's crazy. Okay, give me 1 second, you guys. But yeah, no, that's crazy. But yeah, we're going to end the stream here in just a little bit. I want to thank everybody who ended up subscribing. We just got like 50 subscribers on this stream, so that's insane. We're at 9,060 subs, and effing wild. You guys are insane. I love you guys. And by the way, now we have a new soundbite on the channel. It's Small Wiener Gang. So anytime you guys subscribe and the Streamlabs is able to see that you guys subscribe to the channel, you're gonna hear the soundbite that says Small Wiener Gang. Okay. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna play it right now for you guys, so you guys can hear Small Wiener Gang. Okay. Small Wiener Gang. Small Wiener Gang. So you guys are gonna hear that when you subscribe. And big shout out to Tim Smith for encouraging me to watch that stupid Tomorrow's Teachings channel, which is basically a Darman ripoff, which Darman's terrible. But it's hilarious, though. I was like, the small wiener video made me laugh so hard. But the moment the two dudes were like, yeah, you know what? I was bullying you because I have a small wiener too. You know what? Small Wiener Gang. And then they high five, and I was like, dude, I need to make a recording of me saying the words Small Wiener Gang. So anyway, if you guys want to subscribe, you guys get to be a part of the Small Wiener Gang. And I love you guys. You guys are amazing. I'm going to end the stream in 5, 4, 3, 2. Small Wiener Gang. 1. We're ending the stream right now. The stream that makes you cream. Or something like that. I don't know.